All right, y'all. It's that time. It's 6 p.m. 6 p.m. It's time to call your therapist. 6 p.m. Sunday night. It's time. The phone line is open. The phone line is open, y'all. It's time to call your therapist. And I'm your therapist tonight. I'm your therapist, Randy Floyd. You can call in. You can call in and you can ask me any question. This tonight. Oh, is this first off, is this a real mustache? Is this a real mustache that I got here? Should we do the whole show? I think we should go do the whole show with the mustache. Tonight is Call Your Therapist. What we're going to do is you're going to join live on the chat. You're going to join live on the chat. And I'm going to have this awesome mustache. And you're going to ask me a question. And when you ask me a question, my hope would be is that you'll join me. You'll join the video. You'll join me. And then from there, you'll ask me a question and I'll try to answer it the best I can. If you don't want to join live, you can just type, you can just message me in the comments there, and we'll try to answer your question. So we're just getting people joining. We're getting people joining here. We just got done with the selection show, and we're just sitting back on a Sunday night. Those Sunday scaries are trying to get to us. We're not going to let them get to us tonight. Hope you had a good weekend. Hope everything is going well for you. We're going to continue to let people join here on this Sunday night. And until we get some people on here, I'm just going to talk about something that I wanted to talk about tonight. Is this idea of consistency, y'all. Consistency. For any of you that have known me for any length of time, right? What you know is I get a lot of things started. I get a lot of plates up in the air. Woo! Get a lot of plates up in the air. And then it's hard for me to keep all those plates up in the air. It's hard for me to keep all those plates. It's hard for me then to remain consistent, okay? I think consistency is the number one way that you will be able to accomplish whatever goals that you're wanting to accomplish. I think it requires consistency, doing the same thing over and over and over again, right? I think consistency helps us be able to accomplish the goal. It's just like we're practicing just a little bit at a time, okay? Now, here's the thing. It's a lot easier when you've already got something started. Think about rolling a ball up a hill. Like once you've already started to roll that ball up, you now got that motion. You got that opportunity to keep it going, all right? And one of the reasons that I've struggled with consistency is I didn't believe I've had the discipline. So I think to have consistency, you have to have the discipline. You have to have the discipline when things are tough, when things are challenging, that you say, I'm going to continue to do this, even though things are challenging. And I will be honest with you, I have really struggled with that. And my 2025 word, and it was my 2024 word, consistency. This is something that I really know myself I've really struggled with. It's a lot easier. I found it's a lot easier when something's going, is to keep it going rather than getting something started. For instance, I've been doing daily now. I'm on a streak of I think 20 something days that I've done it every day, which I feel good about. I'm kind of in the process, the routine. I've got it down. Okay. So for me, that is a lot easier for me right now. We got fireworks going. Woo! Fireworks. We got fireworks. It's a lot easier for me to keep that going right now than it is just to do one day of running. I haven't ran in a long time, y'all, a long time. If so much so that I don't have 1 mile yet this year. And for me, to be honest with you, it feels like I've got like 700 pounds of like bricks on me right now. And it's hard for me just to put my clothes on, running clothes, to go run. Like it feels like a lot of work to do just to do one run. Now, here's the thing that I know about running and what I know about things when I get into it. It's easier once you get into it, okay? So my point here is consistency is really important. Consistency is really important. But to be consistent, you have to be disciplined. You have to basically say, okay, this is my way. This is my way of continuing to do this, continuing to be consistent, is I've got these kind of things that I do. And for me, one of the things that I really do, and I'm still trying to get good at this, is in my calendar. If I know I want to do something every day and I want to be consistent at it, then I have it in my calendar that at this time, on this date, I'm going to do this. And if you've heard me talk about my calendar before, you know how important I think it is to put stuff in your calendar. Because when you put something in your calendar, one, you won't forget about it, especially if you go back to your calendar and you really use your calendar to help you with your day-to-day task. And two, like when you have it in your calendar, you have to basically make a choice. You have to say, okay, there's something in my calendar at 6 o'clock on Sunday nights. Call your therapist. Am I going to get on that show tonight and do the show? I mean, that's a decision I have to make if it's on my calendar, right? And I have to say, okay, yes, I'm going to do it because I told myself and I told you guys that I'm going to be consistent. I'm going to really work on that because I want this show to really take off and to really help people. I think this show right here could be a great way, could be interactive, and it could be ways that people could see that they're not alone in their struggles because they see that Sally is struggling with social anxiety and they also struggle with social anxiety, and I'm talking with Sally and we're working through how to get started with overcoming the social anxiety. And I have that as kind of my thought, that I'm willing to go through the discomforts and the growing pains of this show and to try to be consistent, definitely be consistent, to get it off the ground. Like if I'm not consistent and I'm like, okay, well, I didn't call your therapist last week, and this week I'm just not going to do it again, and then we do it 1 week. This is kind of like what I've done in the past, to be honest with you, and it hasn't worked out too well. That if we're not consistent, then it's not going to build. Remember that rock I talked about rolling up? Like it's not going to keep in motion. Okay, that we've got to keep it in motion by continuing to do whatever it is daily, consistently, and put it in your calendar, y'all. It's something I really believe. I'm going to really challenge myself to be way more consistent. When you know that I have something to do, I want you to be like, hey, Randy, like, hey, did you get that done? I want you to hold me accountable, okay? Because I think sometimes we need that accountability. And if I'm like, hey, like, tonight we're just not going to do the show, we're not going to do this, ask me about it, right? Ask me and I'll tell you. Because I think that for me, the challenge has always been, sometimes, and I don't know if this is what you find sometimes, it's just easier or more comfortable not to do whatever it is we say we're going to do. Like maybe we don't have the energy, maybe we emotionally are just in not a good place. I mean, we got to find a way to kind of push through that. We got to find that skill. And I talked about this on Daily yesterday, that you gotta be in a place where you can push through that. You can push through that, okay? So I think it's really important that we're consistent in what we're doing, and I'm willing to continue to be consistent with this and everything else I do to make sure we get good results. All right, y'all, this is a show where we get to talk about things. The line is open. And I think I know who's on the line right now. M.I.T. Christie. Well, hello. You're on the line. You join. You're the lucky one. Invite all your friends and family. But is there anything that you want me to talk about? You just joined, and I just talked about consistency. You can type it in the comments there. But we can also, if you just are so interested, you can join me live. And ideally, and no, this is a fake mustache here. That's I can't figure out how to get it off the screen here. But it's a fake mustache. I hope you're doing well. Do you have something you want me to talk about? If you're comfortable, if you're not comfortable coming on live, you can talk about it in the comments. Or if you just joined, just wanted to sit back and listen to me talk for a minute, you can do that too. Consistency again is something that 2025 I'm trying to do to be more consistent. And I've got a lot going on. I wanted to say on this show that I just announced something today, and if any of you are watching now, or if any of you in the future listen to this, we just now announced today that we're going to get into the gaming space. I love playing games with kids, playing games and being able to talk while we're playing games, and I think it builds such a great community. So we just announced that we're going to have our first game. It is going to be February 1st at 1 o'clock. There are 8 seats available. It's going to be our first ever chess tournament, our Midwest Anxiety chess tournament. So if you know anyone that can play chess, or maybe just learning chess, I just started about 2 weeks ago playing chess, and we're going to get together, and February 1st at 1 o'clock, we're going to have a chess tournament. There can be 8 seats, I think 8 people between the ages of 13 and 18, okay? All skill levels. I've only started learning in the last 2 weeks, and I think it will be a really fun time. We're going to have all different kinds of games. One that I'm already thinking of is we're going to have a 1v1. I'm going to see if I'm better or worse. I'm going to play basketball against someone. I love playing horse. I love playing basketball out in driveways and other places, and we're going to have a horse game. We're going to have all kinds of stuff. Okay, we're going to have lots of fun. That's what this year 2025 is all about. So I appreciate you guys joining, and this show, we've got lots of shows coming up. I'm wanting to do more live. So this show is every Sunday night at 6 o'clock p.m. Central. Okay, call your therapist. The idea is people for them to type whatever they want me to talk about in the comments, or I would love to get someone live with me, to join video live with me, and for us to talk things out, and I would be able to help that person right there in the moment try to just start to think about ways that they might be able to work through whatever the struggle would be. But then people could watch us talking. And I've seen this done before, and I got so much value out of it, and I hope that you guys will too. So see you back next Sunday at this time. Got a lot of stuff going in the week. Hope you guys are well, and we'll see you soon. Bye.